Hello, welcome back to Late Breaking News, where the news is often late, but the discussion is relevant. By now, I'm sure you have heard and seen videos and discussion on Collider, the big YouTube channel. The big news was Collider shut down and cancel a bunch of shows such as the movie Talk, Collider Heroes. There's a couple. They still have quite a few shows, but they cut off a big chunk of their content, and there was a lot of brouhaha on YouTube, on social media about what happened, and people are upset. I'm not here to defend Collider management. I can tell you, as a fan of movies, I watch a lot of Collider videos, movie talk long before that. Okay, I follow John Campea way back, before I even start my own YouTube channel. To be honest, back in 2012. So I went back a long way watching John Campea, and over the years I followed them and was a huge fan of Collider, especially when Mark Ellis joined the cast as a regular host of Movie Talk. To me, Mark Ellis was the superstar. I don't know how other people feel. All I know was he was so good. He's extremely talented, way beyond what was available at Collider. But between him and John Schnapp, love those two. So I watch Collider movie talk, until Mark Ellis left. That was the beginning of the end for me. Okay, because I didn't really care, not a big fan of the other personality or talents as they call. I got enough of my feel for movie discussion. YouTube has so many channels. John Campea have his own channel now that is extremely popular as well. So I basically have unsubbed Collider video a long time ago. Shortly after Mark Ellis left, I was gone. And I checked out of Screen Junkie News long before that. Okay, long before the whole controversy with Andy Signor. I checked out of that, and because it's only so much of that kind of stuff I care to listen to, only so much, and it's basically the same talking point bent around a bunch of people, and after a while, it's not interesting anymore. I mean, I still follow the news here and there, but outside of watching a few clips from John Campea channel, do I need to watch three other shows that talk about the same thing? Not for me. There's plenty of people that still enjoy all of that. I might be in the minority, but you know how things are. There are plenty of people that can sit around and watch YouTube all day and watch all of those shows. That being said, I think from all of the videos and discussion that I saw about Collider closing down all those shows and a lot of outcries, I think one of the things that kind of left out of the discussion is what it takes to keep a show up and running. Okay, sure, it's not a secret that when something is canceled, it is about what? Not making enough money or not making any money. Okay, that's the way all business is. If it costs more to produce something than bringing it in, it is over. Okay, sooner or later you have to cut the cord, because that's how things are. That's how life, that's how reality is. But that being said, out of all the discussion I heard on YouTube in the past week, I don't think anyone brought up some tangible numbers so that people can understand. I can tell you, if you go back and watch a Collider movie talk video that is 2 or 3 years old, when Mark Ellis was still around, you will see the views. Okay, the amount of views on those videos are in the 100,000 plus. Okay, easily 100,000 plus, consistently. Go back and look at the typical Collider heroes or Collider movie talk in the past year and a half or past year. What do you see consistently? Occasionally, you might see an outlier video because of the particular topic that might have 80,000 views. But a lot of time, what do you see? 30,000, give or take a few thousand here or there, right? If you don't know how YouTube money can be made, I can tell you, on the average, 30,000 views will get you around $100, give or take. Okay, you might, I think there's a 20% kind of up and down on that number that I just give. 30,000 view equal $100. That means that it could be 80 or it could be 120. Okay, depends on, you know, the kind of ads that was run in those videos and how often they insert them in. So give or take, but the rule of thumb is every 30,000 views, you can get $100. Can you get 120? Yes. Can you get 200? I don't know. Okay, but let's assume my math is close enough. If 1 hour show bring in $100 of ads, and there's 3 hosts, 3 people on the panel talking, on top of maybe 2 people behind the camera, the producer, the cameraman, the people that have to edit and load and do all the graphics. How much do you think is left to pay everyone? What kind of pie is there left to give to the 3 to 5 or 6 people that had to divide up that $100? Okay, so think about it. You know, a lot of time, people that appear on Collider's video, I'm not sure, I don't think it is a part-time, I don't think it's a full-time position. Most likely it's kind of a contract work where you pop in for an hour to do a show and you get paid X dollar, right? But think about it. If it's $100 of revenue to divide up between 5 or 6 people, sure, the people behind the camera might be salary full-time because, you know, on a daily basis, Collider may produce 4 shows a day over the span of 6 to 8 hours, right? At least 4 shows, if not more. So they are constantly in the office from one show to the other. So those 2 or 3 people behind the scenes might be full-time. But it's just not enough money to pay everybody that can sustain a living wage for everyone that's involved in those shows. So when you look at, you know, the amount of views that those videos get in the last year, it's pretty weak. Now, I don't have the answer why the view went from six figures in the hundreds of thousands down to 30,000 over the past year. I don't have the answer. I don't know why. All I can tell you is I left Collider long ago when Mark Ellis left because I really like him. I like his style. I like his kind of humor. He's very witty. He's fast on his feet. And his replacements were just not my jam. Okay, that's just a personality thing. It had nothing to do with what they know or what they don't know. I don't care. I didn't find them interesting enough to stick around, but that's me. Now, apparently I'm not the only one, because when you have 100,000 plus view per videos all the way down to 30,000, well, guess what? The majority of the people left, right, over the past year. So I don't have the answer why. I can just tell you my point of view. And you know, it's could it be because there's other channels like the John Campea channel that popped up and compete and provide better content and opinions and talking points? Perhaps, I don't know. But that's the math, the accounting that I think a lot of people left out when it comes down to, like, you know, the issue with Collider shutting down the show. If you do the math, you can see it. And the one thing before I go real quickly is that there's a lot of videos on YouTube that have recurring views, even if they've been around for 3, 4, 5 years. There's a lot of videos that get millions of views because it doesn't matter if the video is 5 years old. There's plenty of people that still find those things interesting and search them out and still watch them. We all can agree on that, right? But when it comes down to movie news, movie talk, all those shows, once they are launched and people watch it and it's available for a week, the amount of view drop off drastically. So it's not as if like it can go viral. It's not going to be a Collider hero video live chat that run for an hour that continue to get 50,000 views every month for the next year. That's not the way things work, not with those shows. So that's why for those shows to be viable, they really need a lot more views on a daily basis to get enough money to pay all of the talents that required to run the show. So that's my 2 cents. You know, I'm not here to defend management decision, but I think, no doubt, they communicated and executed the change very poorly. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.